Hey y'all, how we doing? Well, it is the kickoff to the summer season. I completed my first year back teaching in the traditional system, and it was really a beautiful year. I get to be my radical, liberated, revolutionary self inside of the system. And my regulated nervous system that I have been working on for, a long time, since I fully broke in 2013. Held up really beautifully under the mess of the system. But I also attribute that to the fact that the community that I chose to be a part of, I spent 2 years at Stratford at the high school level. Knew I really felt connected and beloved to that community. And then going in and supporting EL students this year was really important to me. It spoke to my what I consider home. I talk a lot about my political, my spiritual, and my creative home. And supporting EL students is connected to all of those. Being a teacher is connected to all of those. And how I choose to be a teacher is part of the revolutionary work that I'm doing. So it was a really powerful year. And this summer I'm being ordained as an interspiritual minister. And I am so excited to complete that 2-year journey. It's been a really powerful time. And clarity around my vocation of being a teacher was really powerful, and something that came through strongly after my first year in seminary. And that's kind of what drew me back. Lots of different circumstances revolved around my final decision to go back in to the classroom full-time, teaching again. But my time at Southern Word, my work with EL students in the high school, how beloved the community is there, and then the work that I was doing in seminary from the first year really all wove together, especially with what was going on with ICE in Nashville in May of last year, and the repercussions of that, and the clarity that I have in expertise, that I can support my local community doing it, the fact that my kids are older and, are just incredible. And, I can give my time more to spaces that aren't necessarily connected to them. And, I have 2 master's degrees and, 20 years experience as an educator, and specifically 8 active years in the systems in Nashville, in Middle Tennessee, which, there's a lot of EL teachers needed in Metro, and it was going to provide a paycheck that was going to support my family. So all of these things came together in this really magical, beautiful way last year. And I took advantage of them. And it was an excellent year. And I'm super thankful for that now. And I'm so excited about what is coming after I graduate I'm ordained on June 30th. I graduate July 1st because a lot of my spare time was used in doing lots of writings and in classes and in contemplation. I have a couple of specific work that I've been doing, ritual building, ceremonial processes and practices, and that's going to open up more as I move into the end of 2026 and into 2027. So I'm very excited about what those possibilities are. I know that for sure that Substack is going to play a really powerful role for me as I move back into more public ministry work, public connectives. My Revolutions Imaginarium, which is my Substack and my website offerings through that liminal. I like to say that it's my liminal home, creative home in terms of writings, but also spiritual home. Revolutions Imaginarium is the umbrella. But I am going to revive and reconnect my Root to Rise contemplative community. And I will be offering different possibilities around that in the fall, later this summer and in the fall. Book studies, some more specific workshops around being a part of the revolution and what our roles can be. Also clarifying our political, spiritual, creative homes, what that can look like. I think that anything that helps regulate our nervous system inside of apocalyptic circumstances and situations, inside of systems that still exist, because that's the option now, but how we can be in revolutionary existence, dreaming new systems into being, while living inside of the ones that still exist, that are flawed and often devastating, but that are serving specific purposes for sustenance long term, and the complications of that. These are all things that I'm thinking about. I'm imagining the possibilities of. So stick with me here on Substack and on Instagram, where you might be seeing this. You may see this on Facebook. I don't really post a lot on Facebook. Substack is my only public facing place. So if you're already connected to me on Instagram, awesome. If you're already connected to me on Facebook, awesome. Unless I know you personally, I probably will not be connected on those platforms. But Substack is a public space, and as I renew Root to Rise and the different possibilities for that, you will be seeing that on Substack, as well as writings that I do, and just updates like this. So If you're live and I know you in Nashville, let's hang out. Let's be in community. If I know you and we're far away from one another, and we're connected personally, then send me a text and let's Zoom. Let's be in contact. That is the revolution, y'all. Community, and being our radically individuated, beloved selves, and being a part of communities that support that and love us, and that we have the opportunity to love one another and take radically good care of each other inside of those communities. That's the work for the rest of my life that I want to spend doing. So, doing it in community, and speaking it out for others to create their communities is really where I'm called. So stick with me here, Revolutions Imaginarium, and be on the lookout for more Root to Rise contemplative opportunities. Cheers.